And we'll take you to Kenya now, where at least 9 people have died and several more injured after a bomb attack in northern Kenya on a public commuter van locally known as matatu. Now, the matatu was traveling towards Mandera, a town in the border area which has been regularly targeted by militant attacks. Now, no one has taken responsibility for the attack as at the time of this report, but al-Shabab insurgents have attacked police and civilians in and around Mandera with several fatalities in recent years.
Well, let's now bring in our correspondent, Abdino Aden, who's live in Kenya, and he will be joining us here on Breakfast Central. So good to have you this morning, Abdino. Please, quickly, tell us the latest on this attack. All right, Abdino, you might have to unmute yourself.
I beg your pardon. The latest is that the death toll has risen to 13 as confirmed by security and medical agencies in northern Kenya. And this figure rose from the initial 9, which was reported and confirmed by yesterday, though the confirmation has come in late yesterday evening. And now the passengers who were traveling within Mandera County, unfortunately, through an IED attack, some of them succumbed to their injuries.
It is a very sad story. Now, reports say that the matatu was ferrying an unknown number of passengers to Mandera town, which when it ran over an explosive device. Now, could you confirm to us if anyone has claimed responsibility yet?
As of now, no group has come forward to claim responsibility for the attack. And what we know is that in the Mandera region, just like most of the parts in northern Kenya region, the roads are impassable. They are not tarmacked, and the means of transport mostly in those areas are lorries and the 14-seater vehicles, as you rightly put there, the matatu, and the small private vehicles and taxis. Therefore, in the past, we've had also security officials who are on patrol in the region suffering such IED attacks. And the unfortunate incident yesterday has come in the wake of a recent security alert issued in this week against the Western and the Western countries and the envoys here in Kenya.
All right, Abdino, the Northeastern Police Region Commander George Seda says no arrest has been made, but like you've also mentioned, anyway, but teams were on the ground to pursue those behind the bombing. Now, can you give us an update on the possibilities of having at least an announcement made by the police, or better still, have they made any announcements concerning seeking to catch those who are involved in this?
The challenging part is that that area is impassable. It has a lot of different forests. It's as I said earlier, the roads are poor road networks. We have poor networks. And it is even challenging for the Kenyan combined forces involved in such operations, such as the Rapid Deployment Unit. We have the National Police Service. We have the Kenya Defense Forces. A mixture of Kenyan security officials who have been patrolling in the area. However, in the past, we've had successful arrests made, and through the partnership with the police reserves, who are locally known as the KPR. So in as much as we expect arrests to be made, but I think as Kenya security agencies have said before, they'll need a lot of community support and community sharing of information on the whereabouts of those who are behind the placement of these improvised explosive devices.
Right now, Abdino, this place is quite close to the Somalian border, and we know that barely a week to yesterday's incident, the US, the French, and even the British embassy had come out to issue a terror alert in Kenya. Now, we know that last year also a similar incident happened in this same region. In fact, if we go back to the 24th of March 2021, where 3 people died and 11 or over 10 were wounded in a similar attack. So this is not the first time this is happening. It has been happening in recent times. What is the government doing to prevent more incidences like this from happening in that region?
The government had actually tried to improve the road network in that area. It has really sent a huge contingent of security patrols in the area, combined team of special forces to try and counter these terror attacks and terror plans in the area. And we've had successful, government efforts whereby they've been able to make arrests even before the attacks. Apart from northern Kenya, we've had the coastal region. We've had Lamu in recent weeks and other parts of Kenya and coastal region. And before that, we've had in between 2016 and 2022, we've had dozens of deaths, attacks in quarry sites, even discrimination of passengers based on religion. We've had, complicated cases of terrorism in that area. The government has made efforts transferring police officials who are found to have been, not doing enough to control the security. It has strengthened intelligence efforts. Even though I might sound like a government spokesperson, but the Kenyan government, as it claims, it has made efforts to try and strengthen security in the area. But as you mentioned earlier, northern Kenya borders Somalia, and we also have the refugee camp, one of the largest in Kenya in that area. And the area itself has poor road networks, poor telecommunication, and bordering Somalia. So it's a tricky situation, unlike other parts of the country where the government has managed to dismantle terror operations and made several arrests.
Well, that's quite an insightful information there coming from Abdinot Adina, our correspondent. Thank you so much for being here and joining us here on Breakfast Central this morning, all the way from Kenya.
Thank you so much, Joe and Olu. Enjoy the rest of the program.
Happy New Month.
You too.